Canadian professor Homa Hoodfar, who is jailed in Iran, has fallen ill in solitary confinement. Her family, stuck on the sidelines, says the situation is dire. They're calling on the Canadian government for help. Amanda Garamani is Hoodfar's niece, and she joins me now live from our studio in Ottawa. So, Amanda, what can you tell us about your aunt's situation right now?
Well, I can tell you that we've been informed that she's been hospitalized, and we're very concerned about her health. We're very concerned about the state, both psychologically and physically, that she must be in right now. The fact that she's been hospitalized and that we have no additional information as to why, for how long, and for what reasons are really disturbing and really concerning to us.
And what more do you know about her health? Is she unconscious? Do you know anything about what's happening to her?
We have very little information. We know that she was very weak, that she was barely able to talk, that she was in a very, very bad state, and we don't have any details coming to us, and that's what's the most concerning. She hasn't been able to have regular access with her lawyer, and she hasn't had regular access with family, so we have very little details to go off of.
And how often are you getting updates about her situation?
We're not getting very many updates. They're very few and far between, and we're very concerned. We're concerned because we were advised by the lawyer to tone down the media so that the Iranian judicial process could take its course. But it's been 3 months, and now that we've gotten this news about her hospitalization, we've been left no choice but to go public and to cry out for public support and for government support to ensure that she is going to be released soon.
Okay, so we've reached out to Global Affairs Canada for a statement, and this is what they say in a statement. The Government of Canada is actively engaged on this case. Minister Dion and Parliamentary Secretary Alghabra are very concerned and have met Dr. Hoodfar's family, and consular officials remain in close contact with them. Amanda, would you say that's a fair assessment of what the Government of Canada is doing?
That is a very fair assessment. I've been in touch with the government, and I am satisfied that they're doing what they can do within the limitations that they have placed upon them, because there are no relations between Iran and Canada diplomatically. I trust that they're doing all that they can, and I'm very grateful for the streamlined effort on their part. But we also need to call out to the Irish government. My aunt is Irish, and we want the Iranian authorities to also take note that we're very concerned, and that this is something that for Canadians is a very sore spot. We had another Canadian, Zahra Kazemi, who was imprisoned in Evin prison, who was beaten to death, and she died in custody. And we don't want this to be repeated. We're incredibly scared. We're scared now that we know that my aunt has been hospitalized, that the authorities aren't taking her health seriously, and we don't want that situation, that tragedy, to repeat itself. And so we hope that the Canadians, the Irish, and the Iranians are all paying attention.
Why in the world do you think your aunt is in prison and in this situation?
I mean, this is something that has baffled us from the beginning. My aunt is an academic. She's not an activist. She's worked on women's issues, and she's worked with them within her rights. She has never violated any Iranian law. She's always worked, whenever in the Iranian context, within the parameters of the Constitution and Islamic strictures. And so I'm very concerned because I don't understand why. And so it seems to me that this is a much more political question than it is a legal question.
So you're coming public. What do you think this is going to do? Are you trying to get the Canadian government to do more? You talk about how they're restricted, but do you want them to do more?
I mean, I would always love for them to do more, for the Irish to do more. I'm hoping that they will do everything that they have within, their diplomatic power, and that they will be proactive, creative, and find ways to help. And I trust that they are doing what they can. But mostly, this call to the media is really a call to the public as well. It's a call to let more people know about my aunt's situation, to let them hear about who she is and the circumstances that she finds herself in, and to make sure that there is public support standing behind her.
One final question. What's this been like for your family?
It's been devastating. it's something that is indescribable. I think we're all still in a state of shock. It's very surreal. And anyone who knows Homa knows what an amazing woman she is, and how respectful she's always been to be independent, well-balanced, and very rigorous in her scholarship. And we're so scared for her because she's 65, she's frail, she has health problems, and we're just so concerned that she cannot endure this waiting game much longer.